Second, and let me get the recorder ready. And I'm only gonna put the SmartGuyz song in on the audio podcast because they hit me last week with a copyright strike. So I gotta I gotta put my producer hat on, and I gotta actually create us a brand new theme song because they hit me with a copyright strike. And I don't like that.
You can't like
Oh, I can do it
attest
on
that or
audio.
anything?
I can do it on the audio podcast all day.
No, but I'm saying on the live, you can't like attest it or
Oh
anything.
no, I played it last week. Like we've been getting away with it forever. I played it
That's what I'm
last
saying,
week.
but you can't say that's our stuff. Is it your own thing or is it
No, no,
something?
no. This one is one
No,
that came from one of those services or whatever. You know what I mean?
that's
So
weird. You should be able to use it.
I know, but this happened to me one time before. That's why I don't. I told myself I would never use those services again, and I did. So, and it's on me. It's on me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We'll go ahead and put that up here. And we are live. Welcome, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the SmartGuyz Tech Podcast, episode number 24. I'm your boy, Smart Guy, Big Q, joined by the People's Champion.
Let them know, Q. Your boy Keon X is in the building. That's
So,
right.
for people watching the live streams, so I know you all used to that upbeat little SmartGuyz tune that we like to play. Well, YouTube, slapped me on the wrist last week. And it's a bunch of crazy details to go with. I ain't gonna get into it, but I was like, you know what? I didn't play it. For y'all listen to it on the audio podcast, y'all probably hear it. But for everybody watching the live stream, that's why you didn't hear it. But anyway, Ken, what's going on, man? I'm excited this week. Got a lot. Look,
Why
I'm
are you so
bristling.
excited?
Because man, I'm about to burn. This is the eve of the eve before Unpack.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm like losing it right now.
The eve of the eve. That's how you
The
feel.
eve of the, yeah, the eve of the
No.
eve, right? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Right? Yeah.
That's
So
not how we do things over here.
no, not really. No.
I'm sorry, dog.
Yeah, but listen, it's like this the time of the year that it's hard for me to control myself. You know what I mean? So like, but I'm gonna tell you, I was at work yesterday, and I was like doing I done so much of my prep for pretty much all done except I just need to plop down new stuff. So I done did everything. I got all my
What are you
signage. I went and got the
prepping
booth.
for?
I'm prepping for
What are you
the
prepping?
Unpacked event. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Where you been for the past 3.5 months?
But what are you doing for prep?
Well, I gotta move stuff
Like prepping
around.
at work? Prepping
I,
at work or prepping
yeah, prepping at work.
at home?
Yeah, prepping at work.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay,
They'll get
okay,
my displays and stuff together and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's been a lot of work. And actually, they wanted us to kind of like do that. They wanted us to space that out. They really didn't want us to start on any of this stuff until like Wednesday. But I was like, man, I need to.
I
I need to
can't wait.
I don't gotta get this energy out of me.
Samsung, I can't wait.
It is what it is.
This guy.
It is what it is. Right?
Hey man.
So look,
I'm excited to see something because, like I said, this is supposed to be the biggest thing in the past 5 years, right?
That's what they say, bro.
Let me see what's going on.
So you know what I'm not looking forward to? You know what I'm not looking forward to those Apple people.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to stretch.
I'm not looking forward to those Apple people who like to come over there and ask dumb questions. They want to ask dumb questions. They'll say stuff like, "Oh, one question though, bro. Why does the phone need to fold? One question though, bro." You know what I'm Like, it's ridiculous.
Does it run iMessage?
Like, what? They do it purposely to step on my shine. They know I'm having a good time. They know I'm excited. They see it on my face, but they want to come over there and ask me stuff like that. And then they always, like, when you hand them the device or whatever, you're trying to explain something to them, they always do it the exact opposite of the way that you tell them to do it, right? So I already see a bunch of people trying to bend the thing the wrong way. I already see it. I already know what's going to happen.
Does that happen now with like the fold and the flip that you have out there now?
Absolutely. I tell you, man, I done had to change the display like twice already. You know?
Let's fold this way, but what about no?
Like what happens? What happens when you do it this way? Like, you know, like do it, like don't it breaks.
What happens if I bend your arm that way? It breaks. Right. Like, chill out.
It don't go that way, bro. Relax, chill out, man. But that's exactly what I'm gonna have to deal with. It's always those Apple people come over there, curious, want to know what's going on, you know, and ask them stupid questions. Like, you ain't got nothing better to. See, I don't know about you, Keon. I don't know how you do it. But usually if I'm not interested or I don't really care or I feel a certain type of way about something, I try to avoid those things. I don't like to bring negativity in my life. I'm not going to go poking around with something I don't really care about. You know what I'm saying? This is not my style. I mean,
yeah, no. You everybody knows me. I'm definitely the same way. If I don't care about it, I'm not paying attention to it. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. That goes with like many aspects of life.
I mean, honestly, because there's 2 Apple displays in the store, and then customers ask me all the time, like, you know where the Apple Watch accessories are? Or ask me, I don't know, man. Like, and they be like, how could you possibly not know anything about Apple? And I'm like, dude, I don't own an Apple device. I never have.
First of all, people probably think you work for the store and not for Samsung. You know.
I don't know. No, they act like if you're a living, breathing human on this planet. You have to know, like, what?
I mean, that's true.
You've never used an iPhone before? No,
that's true.
There are actually people in the world who've never used an iPhone before, and
those people can't be trusted. Q. Those people can't be trusted. Don't come to those people with. Is
that how y'all feel for real?
That's how we feel, bro. Ask CJ. She in the chat. What up, Josh? Hey, man. Or Jay. Wrong one.
But what I am excited about, and what I do like, after jumping through a few hoops, right? You know, because I buy a lot of stuff directly from Samsung, and you know they give you like the loyalty points or whatever. So I saw my little accessory for my M7 monitor, you know, that I got last month or the month before last. I don't know, we got it a little while ago, and I was all excited about it. But this little bad boy came out to go along with it. I don't know if there you go. Y'all guys can see it, right? So to you guys, to the regular person, it's like a little keyboard. It's just like a keyboard, right? That's what
I don't think our listeners are regular people.
No, they definitely not regular people. So they know where I'm coming from. But yeah, this is the Samsung Smart Keyboard Trio 500, right? It goes with the M7.
The monitor, the smart monitor, for those who don't know what the M7 is.
What's special about it, because I can say M1, everybody know what that is, though, right?
That's right. Wrong M, Q. M1 for life.
Wow. Yo,
tatted on my chest.
Anyway, the keyboard. What's cool about it can connect to 3 Bluetooth devices at the same time. And it's got these little switches on it, right? Again, I got to show you. These little switches, right, the little gray ones right there. They can. So I got to connect it to my M7. I got to connect it to the Galaxy Book Flex, and I also got to connect it to my Galaxy Fold. So I got to connect it to all 3 of those things. And whenever you just want to switch, you just press a little button, and boom, you can go back and forth. You can do that. Now, another thing is, it's got another 3 little special little buttons up here that can.
Hold on. I want to know if the chat squad can see the face that I'm making when I'm about to ruin this man's whole career. But I'm gonna let you finish though.
You about to hit me with no BS little kitty controller.
No.
So it's also got some special buttons on it that launches apps for you. Like you can program to launch like 3 different apps, and also a dedicated Dex button on it too. So you can actually, you know that thing you said how you get, huh?
Do you still use Dex? Is that still like a popular thing?
Oh, Dex is the what?
I'm not in your ecosystem. I really don't know how popular it is.
Dex is the seriousness, man. What are you am I?
I don't know. I don't use Windows or Samsung Q. Like I'm not in there.
Man, look at here.
Wow, he had to change the size.
No, I didn't
Change
mean
the
to do
size
that.
up on me.
How did I do that? What? How did that work? That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do this one. Nope, I'm not trying to do that one either.
Oh.
I'm trying to do this
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That ain't right. Okay, let me go back. I know why I can't do that.
Wow.
I know why I can't do it.
Y'all see what I'm working with?
Here we go. So this is what it is. This is what I'm trying to show you. Okay. So since you can't, you trying to talk all like that craziness, right? So this is what it looked like. So this is what I'm saying. It can connect to the tablet, the computer.
Yeah.
Or they got a phone now. I mean, like, but I have like the fold. That's what I use for mine, right? And
Right.
so it's cool, man. And you trying to crap over it, but man, I love this thing.
I'm just got questions. First of all, my question is how much does it cost? Obviously.
You're gonna love this, right? So the MSRP on it is $40. And guess how much I got mine for? I got mine for 13 because I used my points. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
and let me go back to that. The one thing I do, I don't really like about Apple is that there's almost nothing for loyalty members. I mean, I've got the Apple Card, so that helps. I get like daily cash back when I use it to buy stuff.
Yeah.
But other than like that, I could buy every iPhone in the world, and it's not gonna do nothing for me.
Man, listen, they gave me, like, but the points are not as good as you think, right? Because I think over the last,
it's better than nothing, though.
I think over the last 16 months, I probably done spent somewhere around $3,500, maybe $4,000 on stuff, right? But I only had enough points to get me like $60. So I'm saying, right?
I mean, still, that's like 1 or 2%. But like again, for people who don't have the Apple Card, it doesn't matter what you buy. You're not getting access to anything extra than anybody else.
Right.
But the second thing I wanted to talk about is that keyboard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not special to me. But you said the price was $40. So I was gonna ask you, why not just use a Logitech keyboard?
No.
Same thing.
I have a amazing Logitech keyboard. I have one over there that does all that, but it's not a Samsung one, and it doesn't go and work with my M7, right? And that way, you know how much I pay for that?
Does your M7 not have Bluetooth?
It does have Bluetooth, but it ain't no dedicated text. It ain't no app launch buttons.
Oh my god!
Right?
Oh my.
Okay. You know what I mean? Trust me. Like, I got the really nice Logitech over here, and it's really nice.
I got the MX keys. keys. I paid.
It's really nice.
For it. Yeah. And at first, what you were talking about, it sounds like the MX keys are the same thing. Granted, the MX keys is $100. So.
No, mine actually costs. You got yours for. I got the wireless one, so mine costs more than I was
I got the wireless. The MX keys.
No, mine is whatever it's called. It's the big one. Yours is actually smarter, man. Anyway, but it's the big gaming one with the clicky. Yeah, no, yours.
No, mine looks like it looks like the Mac one.
Yeah, and I got the RGB and all that kind of stuff on mine. Yeah, mine costs like $179 or something like that. Yeah, but anyway, it's nice. It's really nice. It has the it can connect to connect to 3 different things as well. It can connect.
It got the buttons on the top.
It can connect via USB-C, which this one does not have. It can connect with a wireless dongle, which this one does not have, and it has built-in Bluetooth. So that's kind of cool that one does that. Yeah.
Right.
So, but let me ask you this: while we're on the topic of this keyboard, I'm gushing all over it and whatnot. Which is like this, like the ones that are kind of made to do smart stuff and the interconnectivity and all that kind of stuff. What do you think about that?
I mean, I personally love it. When I was using like 2 or 3, iMacs at once, just having one computer and just pressing a button, or having like my computer and my tablet there. And the way Logitech does it, you can just move to like an edge of the screen and it'll just pop over automatically. So stuff like that, it's dope. It's better than disconnecting Bluetooth, reconnecting, repairing, doing all that. It's better than doing that. It's definitely one of those things that it's more for I don't like to use the word power user, but more for like somebody who's in a system. Like my mom doesn't need this keyboard. I'm sure your wife may not need this keyboard.
No, absolutely
but for like us nerds, this makes everything just that much easier. That much easier that we're willing to pay a little bit more for it. You know what? 5 seconds every day.
You know what I messed around and did on my Logitech keyboard one day, and it took me like 2 days to figure it out. So it has like the MR keys, like the macro recording keys on it or whatever. Yeah. Well, I had to lean my elbow on it and mess around and press that button while I was copying and pasting something, right? So it recorded it as a macro, but I didn't realize I had did it. So every time I went to go search for something, this long sentence popped up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why does it keep typing the same sentence over and
You
over?
know how to use your keyboard, bro.
It's ridiculous. And then finally, I was like, I saw the little MR light flash, and I was like, okay, that's what's going on right here. But anyway, that's cool. Anyway, did a nice unboxing and setup video. It's on the Samsung Q YouTube channel, which goes, the video will go live right after the podcast. So if y'all guys, if you want to, go check it out. If you want to. Anyway, Keon, that's what I was like excited about this week. And I'm saying I just got the keyboard today. So it came on time. I was hoping I got it before we got a chance to go on, on
just
the
so you can play with it for 2 minutes before we started the podcast.
I had about an hour of change to play with it. Shoot a little bit of footage and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What's going on your way there? What's happening with you?
Nothing, man. I just been chilling out, maxing, relaxing out, cool and stuff. So ain't nothing much. Really has been very slow week for me. I haven't done too much. Just trying to get my bearings straight. Work on that life plan and all that stuff.
Hey, man, that's important stuff, bro.
Yo, I'm getting back into the mix. Yo, I had the most. I don't even want to say amazing, but just like I had a dream last night, and it was exactly what I needed to just like pump me up and get me ready. I can't tell y'all about the dream. Even Twitter doesn't really know about the dream, which is surprising, right?
Very surprising.
Yeah. They know the bare minimum, but it was very refreshing. And I was like, what? It's time to get some action going. So
that's right.
I'm pumped for different reasons than you are. But it's podcast time. It's time to do this. Time to talk about some tech.
Let's do it.
Time to talk about the world. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna let you handle the first one because the Apple stuff is important. So
I had the big discussion about
okay, we can talk about Apple stuff first.
Because I saw this Apple story, and I thought about you, and I was like, I wonder if you paying this any attention. But then really. I kept on hearing so many different. I'm gonna turn it over to you. Break it down for the people so they know what's going on here. Because
people,
y'all hear iCloud and people looking at my pictures. I don't know how I feel about that.
So Apple unveiled some new child protection things because with our iCloud family, you can have different roles like adult or parent or teenager or child or whatever. And so to help protect the community for the child accounts, they can do things like look at the text messages that are incoming, look at the photos that are incoming and outgoing, and just make sure there's nothing sketchy going on. No, child abuse type of things, no exploitation, nothing like that. So whenever you send or receive something from a child account, it goes through a server. They try to match it up to see if anything matches with anything or any person matches with like a missing persons or an offender or anything like that, just to see if anything wrong is going on. And so that's the facts. And then you have people coming out saying, this is great. Parents, teachers, whomever, they're going to love that. They're like, this is great. This is exactly what I want. I just want more security for my family. I want to make sure my child is safe. But then you have other people like, now Apple is reading our text, reading our pictures or sent things, and they have a server that they're sending it to. So they're monitoring everything. What's this all about? I don't like it. Even Snowden, if everybody knows who Snowden is, he's a big old white hat hacker, like a good person, a good hacker. He's like, this is teetering on something to be aware of because this is a big company and they're having access to look at their stuff.
They weren't willing to even turn over the stuff to the government. They said they wouldn't, which is weird to me. I don't understand why that would be in place. You think they would be in place to help in a situation like that? So they saying, we're not even willing to turn this over to the government. So if they find something,
it's one of those things.
Sit on it?
It's one of those things that are like when you watch robot super sci-fi movies, and it's like we build the robot to help, and at the base level, it's just there to help you. Sometimes, and in every sci-fi movie, something goes wrong, even though it was the underlying stuff was right, and then it just goes haywire. So for Apple, it's just like, hey, we're just making this a help. We're not even trying to do anything. If something gets flagged, we'll let somebody know or put a banner out there or let the parent know, like, hey, you might want to watch what your child's doing. It's just there to help.
So little 13-year-old Keisha, you know how she is. Little 13-year-old Keisha, she out there, thinks she bad and bougie and whatnot. Got a little Ron and them sending the D-Pics to her and whatnot. They getting flagged. And they don't know about it.
It's actually just 12 and under if you're doing it right. It's 12 and under. So like
Right.
if you got
Okay.
a 6-year-old and some guy text, hey, come to this hotel at 8 p.m., you're gonna get
Right.
like a message saying, hey, this looks sketchy from this guy who we see on this offender list. Just wanted to let
Right.
you know, do
Yeah.
with what you will.
Listen,
So I mean,
I think on the surface that is amazing
right?
that Apple provides a service like that, but at the same time, you don't feel like it's a little bit too much
Like
going
I
on.
feel like it's on the
It's a
fence. It's
little
like this could go so wrong, but like I'm not a parent, and I know you're a parent, so maybe
Yeah.
if you
Well,
let's say
my daughter's 22 now, so it really.
that's what I'm saying. Like
but-
you gotta think back 10 years. Like you gotta think
right.
back a
Yeah.
while ago. If
Yeah.
somebody were just watching everything your daughter was doing, how would you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Right.
But as not a parent, it seems like it's a good plan. It seems
Yeah.
like it could go wrong or it could be messed up, could be an invasion of privacy. But I'm one of the people where I don't feel like I have privacy from Apple or Google or places like that because they have all my information. Like
Right. And
y'all can go ahead and do
also
what you want.
you ain't super sketchy and got a bunch of crazy stuff going on in the background either. You know. What
Also,
I'm saying?
also I'm not texting a 10-year-old. Like I have no business.
Right,
I don't even work with people like under 18. Like it's just like I don't have no business talking to y'all. I don't have business knowing your number.
Right. For like the first year, I stayed away from TikTok because the first time I saw it, I saw little girls dancing on it. I'm like, oh no, I uninstalled that immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're just not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch me in that environment. And that, me and my friends were talking about that with some other stuff. It was just like it seems weird to us just because we're so far not in that environment. It's just like I have no business doing all this stuff, so I don't see it being this way. But
the thing I know this is completely it ain't that far off base, but it just reminds me. I remember one of the girls, the Best Buy mobile manager that I work with. I remember her boyfriend at the time. He broke his phone or something, right? And so they couldn't really get another phone right away because he was still in the payment plan or whatever. It was some weird stuff going on where he couldn't get another iPhone immediately to replace the one that he broke. And so she had to get him like a unlocked little $200 little Android phone or whatever, right? The point I'm trying to make, she flipping out and everything because, and this is weird Apple culture about knowing the location of people. It's like this drove her insane. She was like, I got to get him another iPhone. I got to do what I got to do because I can't take this. I can't. And I'm like, Apple has built this culture where the red messages.
Wait. You can't do that on Android? You can't know like somebody's location just by looking at
it? I think the person has to actually send it to you. You can't just see it at any given time. You can't just turn it on and see it. It don't work that way. Yeah. So
that's something more for her relationship.
You know what? She ain't the only one. I just use her because she was like, I couldn't understand her first. Like she was very distraught. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, this culture is crazy. And about my daughter used to get on my case about the red man. Oh yeah, and then you left me on red for the first 25. I'm like, what are you talking? What is this? What is going on?
You left her on red, Q.
It's too much. It's too much. And then they're talking about now they're going through and scanning and every single outgoing, incoming text message, every iCloud photograph. That's way too much, bro. It's just too much. It's too much.
If you're not using it for malicious purposes, right. And if you're not, for me, it's like if you're not malicious, this shouldn't be that big of a deal. I can see where you're coming from, but it's not that big of a deal. And no, Christina, I leave my read receipts on, so I want people to know when I ignore them. Like, hey, I read this at 12 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. I'm just letting you know. I ain't responding. But no, if you're not malicious, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, except for the fact that, you don't have privacy. But with these companies, you don't have privacy. Like, I know everybody's like, I want to use DuckDuckGo and incognito mode, and I want to turn off my location. You still have to do stuff to get these devices. So,
absolutely. I was talking to this idiot yesterday. This idiot. He's like, man, I'm trying to find something where Google doesn't know my location. I said, oh, is it just Google you're trying to hide from, or you hide from everybody in general? I said, because all you got to do is just pull your thing down and turn your location off. But I say none of your apps gonna work. What are you trying to do? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like if you turn off your phone's location and then you try to use like Facebook and say, "Hey, Facebook, I'm at the bar here." Facebook gonna be like, "Where are you?" You gotta turn it back on to let you know.
You can't even order a pizza or get
you can't do like DoorDash. Or, you can't do that.
I'm trying to explain this to him, and he's like, "No, I'm not trying to hide from DoorDash. I'm trying to hide from Google." I'm like, "Well, you can't do that."
That's why that Freedom Phone exists, yo.
I guess so, right? I guess so. I mean, then it just made me think, like, what the hell y'all doing, man? Like, what kind of?
Some people walk around with tinfoil hat
Oh,
on, and I'm not even.
yeah,
Because I don't know who all of our viewers are. Some of you
yeah,
guys just like having security
yeah,
and
yeah.
privacy. I feel
Right.
you. But
Yeah,
just I want to let y'all know, using Google, Apple, Samsung, Facebook, using all these stuff,
yeah.
it's a lot of it is just not going to be private. I'm sorry to tell you.
Right. Or your phone
So,
is not going. It ain't gonna have no functionality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
but yeah, people are just up in arms because they just think like, hey, this is overreaching. Pretty much is what they're
Yeah.
saying. They don't
You know.
see the benefits as much. Yo, what is going on with my camera today, man?
I don't know, man. You know
Deep
what?
focus, man.
I think it's a nice thing when you can tell your customers, hey, look, when it comes to security, we got you, bro. We got as a matter of fact, we're gonna hug you a little extra tight just to make sure don't nothing happen. That make people believe in your company and your services, right? But you got them people like I don't know. I just feel like I don't see nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like it's a little too much control. And that's one of the,
And then you got to remember, it doesn't affect everybody. Like it won't affect me at
right.
all because I'm not in the
Yeah,
iCloud family. It affects people who are in an iCloud family who
yeah,
have a child, and the
yeah.
child for Apple is 12 or under. So it's like
Right,
it's only going to affect some of you guys. Some of you
right,
guys are in families but don't use the family feature anyway, so it doesn't it
right.
don't help.
You know.
So
So I don't know, man. And the people flipping out about it, but it's a trip though. It's a big deal. I don't know. It's like I think it's a cool service that they able to do that. They actually have the technology to do that, which is good. That's a nice little flex right there. Like, yeah, So any kind of weird stuff come through here, we gonna catch that. But at the same time, you're thinking like, man, they seeing everything I'm doing. So
hey, you got to watch the pictures you send out, Q. Stop
you
sending those
do,
pictures
man.
out, Q.
But so what about the stuff you can't control? What about old girl who got she just sending them to you, like she just sending you stuff.
I'm not a child, Q. So again, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna flag the system.
Okay.
Once I say
got
I'm 13 or over, they're like, all right, hands off.
Yeah,
Grown
we ain't
man
gonna mess with him. We ain't gonna mess with him. No, we can verify his age because I don't know now. Too many fake accounts going on here.
You just gotta say you're 13. That's all you gotta do. Say you're 13. That's it.
Right, But that's just even discussing. Even think about like that kind of the stuff they're trying to lock down. Like just think about that kind of grossness. It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. Kind of gross.
Because we're stand-up citizens, Q. Like we can't even fathom doing weird
gross.
stuff. Exactly.
Pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. But let's lighten it up a little bit because that was pretty much down. But I'm glad you was able to bring it to light because I did read that story and I thought it was pretty intriguing, right?
Let me say before we move over, is this something that you think you would do if you had a child right now? Let's say a 10-year-old child with an iPhone, and you just want to be secure.
In this in this day and age, though, man. In this day and age, I think you kind of have to. I think you kind of have to. At least until they get 13 or 14 years old. Well, because one of the problems that we have with young people right now, we exposing them to these electronics too early anyway. And once you put an electronic in a kid's hand, you pretty much opening the world up to them. You pretty much opening the world up to them.
And you can't take it back. You can't be like, oh, nope. That was an hour and that's it.
That's
no more until you're 6 years old. No, it's done.
Yeah. So since that's what we're doing, I mean, you got the good people at Apple, the good people.
We're trying, okay?
They got your back.
We're trying.
Props to the good people at Apple, the overlords.
That's right. That's right. Hail Apple.
I don't know if you saw. Did you get a chance to see Black Widow? Suicide Squad.
Was a terrible
what
movie.
Else came out? That was it.
Suicide Squad was absolutely terrible.
Widow. Yeah, Black Widow, Suicide. Anyway, these big movies with its story, right? It was supposed to launch in the spring of 2020, but then of course we all know what happened at the beginning of 2020. And right around the spring of 2020, the pandemic came, messed everything up, so they delayed the movie. They had to jump through a bunch of hoops to put the movie out, right? So, and then when they finally put the movie out, by the time the movie came out, the world was in a different place as far as how we consumed our movies, right? So I think this is the one where they launched on Disney Plus and
the theaters at the same time. Yep.
And the theaters at the same time. So, for us, it ain't a big deal, right? We just want to watch the movie or whatever, right? I don't care. I watched it online. I didn't go to. I haven't been to a movie theater in almost 2 years, so it's been a long time for me.
Wow! But, like even before the pandemic?
No. Like I think the last movie I saw at the movie theater was Avengers Endgame. That's the last time I've been to the movie theater.
Wow!
Yeah, that's the last time I went to a movie theater. I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, what I didn't know was that these movie theater performance numbers count toward the contracts of these actresses and actors, right? And if they don't hit these certain amount of monies and these different little tiers of achievements, they don't get paid. So Scarlett Johansson is pissed about it, and she's wanting to sue Disney Plus, and everybody thought, oh, she going up against the big boy. She's trying to sue Disney, but then there's The Rock. He joined. He in
doing that. I didn't see he doing that.
Yeah.
Did you see the response from Disney with ScarJo?
No. What did
ScarJo said, hey, it was supposed to come out in theaters first, and then Disney Plus later. You're kind of messing up my money because now people have the choice. Disney said we have a clause in our contract that you signed that said if anything happens, you can't make a fuss. Like you can't be doing all this talking all loud. So they're like countersuing her for.
Wow. So they were protected in case of something like this happening.
It's Disney, bro. Like they've got their checks handled. Like this is not mom and pop.
Because the dual release was like they did with LeBron James joint. It came out in theaters first. And now it's getting ready to come out on HBO Max. I think on the 15th or something. Like that came out on the 5th.
No, Space Jam's out. Space Jam's out on HBO or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Did it come out on HBO already?
Yeah, it already came out. I don't know if it came out in theaters first, but it definitely came out on HBO now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I know it was two launches. It was two different premieres for that movie, right?
Oh, okay.
But ScarJo is pissed off about it. I don't know this is what I do know. I know that we streaming now and physical media and even going to the movie theater, it's going to be different going forward. Right. I mean, I think the movies will survive. I don't think they're going to go the way of the arcades and nothing like that or Blockbuster or nothing like that. But I do believe that the attendance is going to be different than what it was before.
Now, so I have like a lot of different takes on this. First off, I like movie theaters. There's, a handful of cons. Like everything's expensive. Sometimes you go to the movie theater and you got, wild people in there talking, phones, doing all sorts of stuff.
Because most of the time, if you go with your geek crowd, everybody obeys the rules.
First of all, I usually go to the movies either alone or on a date, and it's not at prime time because I can't be in there with a lot of people. I'm trying to chill. So, I try to choose my movies carefully. But overall, just the experience of you're not supposed to use your phone. Everything's blacked out. Big old screen makes you focus on one thing. You're not distracted by your home life. I like movie theaters. It's just they're kind of expensive. So hopefully we still have this movie theater experience 5-10 years in the future until I get my own home with my own movie theater experience or whatever, whatever. As far as ScarJo goes, it's kind of I don't know. Like she is going up against Disney, and Disney already said, "Hey, we're countersuing you for speaking out because you said you weren't going to speak out about nothing." But I kind of have to feel like, when did she sign this contract? Was it before COVID was even a thing? And then things changed, but the contract didn't change. So
because remember they signed up for these movies way before they started, casting and shooting and stuff. Then there's a whole time of casting and shooting, and then you got to go do reshoots, and then there was the COVID, and then there was the delays, and then there was all of that. So
they didn't make any changes to the contract though.
Not without her knowing about it. I don't think they could do that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't change the contract. Like once pandemic hit, you should have, a nice company, not a Disney, but like a nice little mom and pop company would have been like, oh, this happened in the world, so let me change up some of the rules if you agree. But then also it's just like, how is this going to really end? Or Disney going to pay ScarJo like $100,000 and say, hey, shut up, here's some money, go somewhere? Because that's how I feel like it's going to happen. It's going to have to happen like that.
I think it's going to happen too, but so that's really going to burn a bridge. Her who's needing somebody like a Disney in her life. You know what I mean?
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But she kind of needs Disney. Like she's done other movies, but her movies, those other movies aren't as big as Avengers.
No, that's why you don't want to cross Disney. That's why I'm surprised that she did it. If I was her, I wouldn't have said. Look, I think Disney ain't stupid. They lost money too. Okay, look, they know. It ain't like she pointing out the obvious, right? Like, oh, my money, we didn't do this and that. Yeah, we know. We did what we could do to make as much money as we possibly could with the situation that we were up against, right?
Exactly.
We're gonna take care of you, right? Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. Like, just chill. We're gonna.
But she's also mad that she's not getting. And it's funny because she's not rich, but she's a wealthy celebrity, and she's mad that she didn't get as much money as she could. Not even that she didn't get paid. It's like, oh, I only made $1 million and not $3 million. Like, yo,
probably because she finally got her movie. Everybody else got their movies, and they made billions of dollars. Even Chadwick Boseman and them made all that money off that Black Panther stuff. And I think part of it is that her story just wasn't as good as theirs, right? And that was part of it. The movie came out at the wrong time. It should have came out when it was supposed to come out in the timeline. That's another problem, right? And then, of course, you had the pandemic stuff. So that's what's really going on.
Her movie took a hit like every way, because if I had a choice of not watching your movie in theater, like Black Widows versus like Black Panther, Iron Man, Thor, maybe, like, I'm gonna watch those in theaters. Those need to be in theaters. But Black Widow, if I have a choice, I don't know. I might watch it at home.
They used it to really build an extra layer. Because did we really need the Captain Marvel movie? Like, they should have put it in right there.
I never watched the Captain Marvel movie.
That movie was terrible. It was a waste of time, right? But old girl, even she and this isn't even mad at her right now. But don't you know she got paid though? She got her money.
If she came out at the right time, she was like a year before COVID. She was like this. Whew, sorry, ScarJo, but like, hey.
So on the flip side of that, now, like, I ain't talking about Scarlett Johansson.
Probably her last movie for Marvel too.
Well, yeah, because her character's dead, right? So she's done, right?
Wow, spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, just Endgame came out 2 years ago.
Spoiler alert, yo.
Right, but not talking about ScarJo's money, because we ain't got that kind of, our paper ain't that long. But for us, the consumer, though, we talk about this every once in a while on the show. There's this, like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse now. As far as the consumer is concerned, right? A lot of times you got to make a choice. So, I'm all about this Wu-Tang Clan thing that come on Hulu or whatever. But I never had Hulu before. But that's something that I'm very, very much interested in, right? So I'm probably gonna watch the show other ways, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm being as real as I possibly can. Because who do you know?
I watch Black Widow with different ways. I watch all my movies different ways, so it don't matter.
Who do you know who has all that access to everything?
No, all you do, what you do is you get a group of people, whether it's your friends or your family. Hey, man, I got the Netflix. You got the Hulu? Oh, you got the HBO? All right. Let's get that password. Let's go on.
That sounds like a good plan. If you got a group of friends who's, say like, look, no, dude, don't get the Netflix. I got the Netflix. You get the Paramount or whatever.
Exactly.
That sounds like
how you do it.
For the most part, it don't. It's kind of hard, man. And what's crazy is that they trying to compete with each other, so they want the best exclusive, whatever. And then, like, well, I can't watch that on this other thing I'm paying $13 a month for. Can't see it on Netflix. I got to buy the stupid Paramount thing just to watch this one dumb show. You know what I mean?
We already know the other community, the downloading community, or whatever you want to call it. They having field days with the streaming era.
Man,
like they used to wait a month.
Hold on yourself.
They used to wait a month or two after the movie been in theaters before you can watch it. Now streaming culture, you're getting it day zero. You're like, hey,
I'm telling you, right? I was disappointed that I get to see F9 on day one. I had to actually wait a week for that one, but you know what I'm saying, right? I was mad at those dudes. Like, dude,
wow. No, I went to the theaters for that. I went to the theaters.
Bootleg, man, get your stuff together.
Yo, remember the days of bootleg, man? You'd be watching a movie and somebody walk across the screen. Glorious days.
Glorious days, bro.
Glorious days.
That screen is turned kind of sideways.
You hear people laughing louder than you hear the audio,
don't let them mess around and show no text on the screen. You can't read nothing.
Like, well, I guess I'm missing that scene.
Right,
I guess I'll just figure it out.
You can read that. Or the subtitles come up in Russian. You're like, wait a minute, who was this guy? Where does this come from? You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I like I said, I didn't know that Kevin Hart and The Rock were in it as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they completely, they've made statements. They've said things, right? And I
support ScarJo, or like they also
Scarlett Johansson, and support, right? Okay. And I'm just like, man, I don't know if I would be sticking my neck out, like, especially if somebody like The Rock, dude. Like, Disney loves him, man. They just pretty much throwing money at that dude. You know what I'm saying? And
there's a joke I saw where it was like, any movie that features a jungle or a forest, The Rock got to be in it.
Yeah. Kevin Hart, no, look, he never even dreamed about making movies on Disney, so he better shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out of your league anyway. You know what I'm saying, right?
These people just want to make the money that they were promised. You know.
Yeah, look, Kevin Hart is so far from Soul Plane that they probably need to shut up. You know
oh man! Yeah. Oh wow! I forgot he was even in Soul Plane.
Man, yeah.
I haven't seen that in 13 years.
But what's going to end up having to happen is, you know, I don't think this movie theater streaming service dual thing, I don't see the end for that at all, unless, of course, we get to a point, and again, that's a whole different conversation for another day about how to get people to do the right thing so people can actually go and enjoy themselves. But I ain't gonna get in on that soapbox today. You know what I'm saying?
But I also kind of feel like it's gonna be similar to the music streaming scene, where like if you're listening to Taylor Swift's album, you listen to it all the way through, she's only getting 0.002 cents. Right. And it's gonna start ending up being like that. Like I know Disney promised ScarJo, like let's say $3 million. You know, if she reached $5 million in box sales or whatever, something like that. It's going to start getting a lot more diluted if it's all going to be on streaming. Like if we don't have to go out, Disney's going to be like, oh, we could take a larger cut of this. So
yeah, that's why most of the musicians, though, the people in the music industry, like I feel the worst for them, because at least when you actually sold a physical unit, you had proof of your money, right? But now streams, I mean, like I don't really know how that even work. Like, and then
but musicians also have like merch. What was that?
What streams count and what streams don't? Because sometimes I stream it on something else. Ain't all my streams are coming through Spotify. Some of them coming through some bootleg.
No. Only the major people. The major people like Spotify and Apple Music and things like that. Pandora. But my thing is, musicians can do concerts. They can do tours. They've got merch. ScarJo and The Rock and Kevin Hart. Oh, well, Kevin Hart's a comedian. But like ScarJo, like what is she? She can't go on tour for Black Widow. Like
no, I mean, I don't think she can really do is make appearances on like the Jimmy Fallon show, Saturday Night Live or something like that, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's right.
I mean, like, but just like Christina's saying, like Disney's double dipping. ScarJo's rich, so it's really a battle of money versus money versus you know, a little bit smaller rich money versus big corporation money. I don't see it affecting us too much because I don't think ScarJo's really going to go anywhere. She's just trying to make some noise, trying to change some things around. So I don't know if it's going to affect like me and you as much.
They're going to give her some money to calm her down anyway. Just because they you know, because Disney is such a pristine, shiny entity, they don't want no negativity pointed their way at all. I'm actually surprised that it don't went on this long and them not even shut that thing down yet, because you know they don't get down like that.
So it's going to depend on what her lawyers do.
Yeah, you know, it's weird though, because I feel like they lost money in this whole thing too. I feel like the money that maybe she thought she was. I don't know. Well, maybe it's different because whether you watch the movie or not, and you have Disney Plus, they still got their $16 for that month, right? So exactly I don't know. But then at the same time, people who do have Disney Plus, they showing the movie to 18 people at the house that day. So there's money that's not being made. Like a movie theater would have made, I don't know, easily, you know, $257, $300 off that, right? Because you got one $18 subscription and 16 people watching the movie. And then not to mention the ones who got the bootleg password, they watching it, they crib too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you probably get money per stream. Well, Christina was saying that, you know, she was promised something and she can get it, but it's going to affect her, you know, directing or getting in other movies. And I was just saying, like, the blacklist in Hollywood, apparently, from what I've heard, is strong. Remember what happened with Aunt Viv in the 90s?
Oh yeah.
When she spoke out about doing whatever, like, she was canned for like the next 30 years.
A lot of dudes you remember seeing, they were hot at one time and then they just disappeared off the face of the planet. You're like, remember the girl from the movies, and they were all whack. What was her name? Girl from Just Step Up and Dance, or one of them dancing movies. What is it called? Step Up? Is that what it is?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Chat Squad, you know what he's talking about?
But it's the white girl, the blonde hair. She made like 4 or 5 of these dance movies. She was the hottest chick in Hollywood, and then boom, she was going. Nobody never seen her again.
Did she say something wrong? And then
I don't know what happened.
If you say something wrong 2 or 3 times, people are just like, all right. Nobody's working.
I think the movies were called Step Up, or there was some type of dancing movie. You know what I mean?
I think Step Up is a movie, like the cheerleader thing movie. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel like CJ knows.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does. But yeah, that girl, whatever her name was, ain't nobody seen her. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody seen her in a long time. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Man. You got to be careful, man. You know, like you see what they try to do to Dave Chappelle, and they try to do stuff to other people. You got to be careful.
Some people can handle it. Some people can get hit and knocked out and come back strong. Dave Chappelle did it. Some people get hit, and that's it. I mean,
but there's certain people you just don't want to run up on. You don't want to run up on Disney. I don't know. I don't even know if you really want to mess with Netflix like that, to be honest with you.
But I know with Disney, like ScarJo, The Rock, Kevin Hart, those are the people that can run up on a company because they're big enough. They can run up on a company.
Right.
Jenna Dewan is what Christina said.
Jenna Dewan. I think her last name was like Striver, something like that. But I can't remember what her name was. But blind chick in a dancing movie. She made like 4 of them. And she fell in love with the black guy. They were from different, like the dude was from the hood. She was from the Richie place, and they all in love and dancing.
Why are you describing like all the dancing movies of the early 2000s?
I'm saying, because they all came from that one. You know what I'm
saying? Allison Stoner.
Oh my God, I can't remember. The movie was called either Just Dance or Step Up or something. I don't know what
Dance is totally different.
I don't know what it was called. But it was a dancing movie. That's all I remember. You know what I'm saying? Because Step Up was a cheerleader movie, right? That's the one with Gabrielle Union. Is that it?
No, that's not it. Step Up was no. I don't know. Was it Just Dance or something?
Who was Lil Saint? What movie had Lil Saint in it?
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles. That's her name. That's the one I'm talking about. Yes, you know. Yeah, that's her.
And I think no more.
No, ain't nobody seen her in years, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She's been in some TV shows, and that's how you know. If you go from movies to TV shows, that's kind of rough. That's rough.
It is, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, like, I would notice that some of them people just disappear, and I'm like, they cross somebody the wrong way. They say something, sometimes they say they're hard to work with on set and things like that, and they just
that's what happened with Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv, they said it was hard to work with, and that was it. The last time you saw her.
You don't see them no more, man. You know,
Hollywood's sharks out there, bro.
Yeah, why ScarJo here talking about where her money's at? You know what I'm saying? Like
I said, ScarJo. Some people you're big enough that if you get knocked down, you'll be okay. You'll just go to some other company.
I can see somebody like The Rock going up in the Disney office talking big junk, right? I can see.
The Rock ain't gonna do that. The Rock too nice. I feel like he's too nice. ScarJo, I can see being like, I want my money now.
I think if you mess with The Rock's money, I think you'll see the side of him you don't want to see. You know?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't see that. Like I said, I see that way from ScarJo more from The Rock.
The Rock is a nice guy, but I don't think he'll let nobody mess with his money. He's gonna be like, hold up. You know,
nobody probably mess with him.
He'll start talking in the third person like he used to do back in the day. He'd be like, you know what?
Like,
The Rock
is The Rock smelling something?
The Rock can never make another movie for Disney company ever again. And that's what The Rock says. The Rock says, take your Disney.
Like, wait, Dwayne ain't here. Like, you got The Rock now. Like, nah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know if you want to mess with that dude like that, man. You know what I mean? Maybe not even little Kevin Hart either. You know, he might be a little high head about his paper. You know,
Kevin Hart is the lowest of those three, in my opinion. Like, I love Kevin, but I don't think he got the clout or the money yet to be stepping up to Disney.
Nah, I don't think so. Not yet. And Kevin Hart's a smart dude, man. He wouldn't do that. I think Kevin would take an L before he did something like that.
Like, hey man, just go ahead and take the money. It's whatever.
Right,
I'm gonna come back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Kevin will take an L. I think he'll take an L and then make a comedy special about taking that L and come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got me. They did me dirty. You know what I mean?
That'd be the smart thing to do.
So I'm gonna tell you this right now, Keon. So you will know and you'll be prepared. You, Christina Johnson, anybody, all the regulars who come to the SmartGuyz Tech Podcast on Monday. I'm just letting y'all know. Right now.
Why?
Next week gonna be crazy. I'm just saying, right?
You ain't even saying it with enough enthusiasm. Like when I talk about Apple, bro, I'll put my heart in it. I need you to put your heart in it.
Hopefully, I will have a device to show off. I'm hoping that. I'm praying for that. Because normally they give us one of the devices. I don't know which one I'm getting, but it probably won't be the fold. It'll probably be the flip, which I'm excited. I'm hoping it's the flip. Because
so you just saying you just saying that they're gonna unveil a flip and a fold. That's what you think is gonna happen.
That. Everybody know that.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Did you see the trailer? It said
I haven't seen a lot of commercials recently. It's like, look in the mirror and then see if the phone. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. It's like, are you ready for this life? You know what I mean?
What is this?
I will get ready to get worse. That's what I say. Get ready to get bad, bro.
I've been seeing these ads and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
what?
Yeah. The first time I unfolded a phone, it was
magic. Bro, if you don't get off my feed.
So about 70% of the Smart Guys Tech podcast next week. I'm just letting y'all know.
Wow.
I'm just letting y'all know.
I need Apple to go ahead and drop something real quick on Monday or on tomorrow real quick.
You gonna try to shut me down? You gonna try to shut me down?
I'm gonna be looking for stories. Don't worry.
I'm like, nope. Because the Samsung thing can do this, that, and the third. You know, I was hoping at the because last time we spoke, I had the I don't know if you saw me on Twitter complaining about it, but they shut us up real quick, told us to get off Twitter. But anyway, we had an NRM last Monday, and I was sitting there and I was like the presentation was brutal because you got these people high up in the Samsung of America corporation and they claiming that they so excited about this, that, and the third. So they've been sitting on this information for a long time. But what they don't know, and which I'm surprised that they don't know, is that the people who they talking to, us, the SECs, they hire us because of our passion for the product. So we already knew all that stuff. We sitting around like typing and researching Samsung all the time. Like we know everything. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get hired at Samsung and be a double agent.
So they come out there on the stage like, oh my God, we're so excited to bring you guys this, that, and the third. And we're sitting there like, yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like we already know. We've already done our research. Come on, lady.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I was waiting on a one last thing to say, oh, and by the way, we're gonna be doing this too. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and I didn't get it. But hopefully, maybe it's something they didn't want to tell us because they didn't want nobody leaking it. But maybe they'll surprise us on Wednesday. So it's time for one more surprise. You know what I mean? We'll see. You know what
I mean? I need to see what it is. Like I said, I'm actually gonna watch this one.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. It's definitely gonna be entertaining, I think. You know, I definitely think that. Because they got some lofty expectations for this. You know what I mean? So
make sure you guys watch my Twitter. So when I live stream this and talk on my junk, like Apple did it. Oh, this is the first time Samsung did this. Oh wow, is this even useful? I got my tweets ready. Bro.
Oh, you already got them loaded up.
In my draft right now.
Gotta be ashamed of yourself. Got a scheduled tweet. That's what it is. That the scheduled tweet little calendar thing they got in the back.
Hey man, I gotta be true to myself, Q.
Listen, man, I don't blame you. I mean, only thing is, like, I'll probably do the same thing, but I don't know if I can ever. I know what the one time that I would think I would watch an Apple event is when they talk about doing a foldable device. I think I would have to see that. You know what I mean?
People keep talking about leaks and iPhone 13s and 14s and stuff. I'm just like, bro, if y'all don't get away, man.
I saw some renders today, man. I was like, oh my God, you guys are unimaginative. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming to check us out tonight for our 24th episode. I think it is, right? 24th episode. You're chugging along, bro. But yeah, definitely appreciate that. I'm excited about stuff for next week. So I got my head down doing all that. Definitely I like the support that the podcast is getting on Apple and Spotify and all them other places that we got it at. It's pretty good. Samsung Q, TikTok and YouTube channels are doing pretty good. You know, I'm actually surprised that the reshares and stuff that I'm getting on TikTok is that's kind of weird to me because it's medium. So
embrace it. Embrace the new space.
You know what I mean? But people seem to like it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you what I think is weird, and I got a TikTok loaded up ready to go. You know how when you do your headphones and stuff, that little thing comes up on your headphones, like when it's connected to the TV, to the phone? You know, don't you wear AirPods, right? Or do you use like regular headphones? When you open the case. Yeah, you open the case, a little thing pops up or whatever. Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty cool. I saw that it did it with my keyboard, and I was like, oh my God. And so, I made a little crazy TikTok about it.
Oh my God.
Listen, I expected for headphones. I didn't expect it for a keyboard. Okay,
I get it. I understand.
It was a pleasant surprise. Anyway, you guys have been cool. Keanu, you got anything you want to add to the thing?
The same old. Everybody, follow me on my networks, all of them, especially Twitter, because that's the one I'm like pretty much only active on right now. Hey, and if you guys have all my Switch players out in the chat squad, if you've been playing this new game called Pokemon Unite, I am very passionate about Pokemon because I'm a '90s kid. Well, as a '90s kid, Pokemon is my life source. So, if you guys want to play some Pokemon Unite, I've been playing it. I am amazing. Duh. So, chat me. Can you not look at me like that?
I'm actually in awe of this Pokemon stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm heavily into Pokemon, bro. I got the Switch so I can play Pokemon and like Cuphead and Mario and stuff.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, hit me up. It's a MOBA. I know you're more familiar with MOBAs instead of first-person shooters and stuff. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but maybe just because I see Pikachu and stuff.
That made me want to see it even more. I go see what they're doing on
it's a Switch only.
Oh no, I'm not behind the Switch. I just want to watch the video. That's all.
My God. Anyways, hit me up, guys. Make sure you send me money to PayPal so I can get some AirPods Max because that's my thing. No,
you really want to pay those things?
Oh my God, yes. I listened to them the other day, Q.
Yeah.
I couldn't pay my own money for it, so I need Chat Squad to send me money so I can use their money to buy my own pair.
Yeah,
because I would just buy some Sonys or something.
We're gonna start linking your little support link in.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go do a GoFundMe. I'll do videos. I'll do reviews. I'll feature them on the podcast. Whatever you guys need, I will get that for you. Just make sure.
Dweeb came in and bought a pair the other day, and I was actually surprised. Like, you know how you see certain dudes, they look so stupid. He's like, I want a pair of those AirPods Pro, and there was like AirPod, like, so they went and got the little box.
They got the little ones.
The little box, and he said, no, I meant the AirPods Max. I want the. And they went and got the big box, and and I was like, "This dweeb, look at this idiot. He got more money, what to do with. Like, I can't believe I can spend $500 on these. Well, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I would buy some Sonys. Honestly, I would love the Sonys. But I just to keep it all in the family, I would if I had either disposable money or somebody else's money. If it's my money, I got to buy the Sonys. I'm a Sony fan too,
I got junk, but I did pay a lot of money for these ones too, so I can't really talk about people who spend that much money on headphones. I did it. I mean, Audio Technica. Yeah, open back deals. They pay like $450 for them. But anyway, I can't get mad at the dweeb for wanting to buy the Apple ones. I don't know. I probably would have did it if they had an Apple logo. I probably would have did it. Even if if they were like the most sonically amazing things in the world has ever seen, and they made the walls melt when you put them on, I still would buy.
Wow, wow, that's some hate right there. That hate is deep.
Venom.
deep.
Venom. With that being said,
yes, fam. Like I said, follow me on the things. I love you guys.
Y'all take it easy, man. We out of here. Peace.